exciting news to share. I had another order. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And it was for coasters of the animal variety, which really makes me very happy because I mentioned, I think, in the last video that I really like my animal stuff. And so to get another order for the animal stuff is fantastic. So I just thought I'd share it with you. We have an order for one of these. And another order for one of these. I say another order, it's all the same order. In fact, they wanted 2 of these. So that's cool. And they wanted 2 of these. The lion, which I also mentioned in my last video as being my favourite painting to date. And it is my favourite painting, if I can get the light on it right. I'm sitting in front of the window again, and I don't know, but I don't see. But it does anything for your product. It might do with the photos, I suppose. But look at the eyes. Look at that expression on that face. 2 of those. And one of these. The kingfisher. So that's very exciting. That's all going to one customer who's ordered all 6 of those, which I need to package. And I've also spoken to somebody on Etsy who was asking if I do the kingfisher because for some unknown reason, probably my own, not laziness, it's not that, I just didn't realise. The kingfisher's not on Etsy. So they are going to want a kestrel, which is this one. That was a coloured pencil drawing I did. And the kingfisher, which is a watercolour painting. So I've got to get the kingfisher onto Etsy today so that they can, in fact, order that. So yes, just going to share it. I don't think I'm going to video myself packaging it up because I think, you know, too much packaging possibly would just bore you to death in the end. And nobody wants that, obviously. So yes, I have other exciting news. Just saw a Twitter post which my dad sent me about the market. I've been waiting for it to reopen because my application was approved, if you remember, back in January/February time. Anyway, so I've just spoke to the marketing manager there and the market is opening on the 1st of August, which is very exciting. However, only half of the market is opening. So possibly I might be able to get in there then. Possibly not. I might have to wait until the full market opens, which isn't until September. But staying positive about the whole thing because you never know. There just might be a tiny little weeny little space, even though tiny space, you know, I've got quite a lot of things to show once my prints and that are framed. But anything's better than nothing at this stage. They might have a tiny little space for me. So I've got to ring them back at the beginning of August to see how things are progressing there. But at least that is a development of sorts. So that is good. Good, exciting news on a Monday morning too. So that's not bad. So yes, I'm going to get on with packaging these lovely animal coasters. Vibrant, cheery, jolly, and bloody lovely, if I do say so myself. And then I'm going to get them in the post. So yeah, that's my plan for the moment. And I'll pop back on here at some point if I've got something else to add, which, all being well, will be the case. All right, laters, gators. Look at me. You see? Can you see? Now, I know it's not perfect. I mean, the Jaegers art definitely needs to come up. And also, the tiger writing needs, well, the whole thing needs to come up. It all needs adjusting. But I had a go at printing my own long sleeve t-shirt. And, oh, let me sit down now. And the reason being is that obviously the market thing is forever getting closer now. And I thought it would be good for branding purposes. Why not make my own t-shirt and wear it on the stall? And you see, this is the Jaegers art definitely needs to come up higher. But to be fair, I didn't really know what I was doing. But this was my first attempt. And I don't think it's bad. So what do we think? This shirt cost me $2.99, by the way. So if it all went horribly wrong, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't going to be massively out of pocket, which was a bit of a bonus. But yes, I got my tiger on a shirt. So that's quite exciting. other thing I was going to say was this. It's very white. I'm very, very bright in front of my window. I wonder if it's a bit bright. We'll go with it. Did I show you my stickers? I think I did. I think I showed you these as little, you know, I've obviously shown you the rainbow quite a few times. I think I showed you like the dolphin. I think I showed you my lollipop stickers. Well, anyway, long story short and all that jazz, I turned them into little sticker packs. So I thought I'd just show you now. So the first one, Lolly's Delight. There, 5 stickers. Fab, orange, twister, strawberry split, rocket lolly. So I thought that was quite cool. Let's pop them back in their packet. And I figure that makes quite a nice, not put in very nicely now, but anyway, sticker pack. You are amazing. Oh, he's falling over. I wonder if it's worth just putting a little bit of sticky tack on the back so that when they arrive at people's houses, they're in place. Anyway, another little sticker pack. And the gonks, another little sticker pack. And more gonks, another little sticker pack. So I made 4 sticker packs. And I think they're pretty cool. And I don't think I shared it with you at all. I definitely didn't share the process because I didn't video it. Which is a shame now, thinking about it. But anyway, I'm sure you don't want to see every tiny little thing that I get up to. Yeah, so I did that and I put them on my Etsy store and I haven't sold any. So, anyway, 4 new little items for my Etsy store. And I'm quite chuffed with them. And I just thought I'd share it with you, seeing as I'd completely left you out of the process. Maybe some of you would have liked to have seen it, and if so, I apologise for that. But it was very simple. I just designed a card, put a bit of writing on it, put my stickers in, into a cellophane bag, which I'm just using up at the minute. I should really go more eco-friendly. So when they're gone, I'll look into that. But for now, we're using up what we got. And now you are up to date with what's been occurring this week. In fact, I made them a week ago. It might have even been 2. But you're up to date with what I've been getting up to anyway. Hello again, you lovely, lovely lot. I had a question in one of my videos, a comment rather, with a question, asking about the exact measurements of the margin. I'm assuming you mean the margin that's left on the print when you put it through the rear paper feeder slot. So, just for you, I'm going to print an image because I haven't done a full, what I call a full picture. I haven't printed one through the printer to see the margin myself. I've just always allowed for it because it says it's 20 millimeters. But let's go ahead and print a picture and find out exactly what that looks like. I think I'm going to have to actually make a full-size picture with no margins. We'll print it and then we'll see exactly what it looks like when it comes out through the rear paper feeder slot. So I've put my bunny image on a full size. I've got rid of the margins and I'm just going to export that now as a picture. Let's call it Bunny 2. Okay, so we've made Bunny 2. Now we're going to print it, but obviously I've got to sort the printer out, haven't I? Oh gosh. So let's just get rid of all this stuff here. Take the printer, careful not to let it fall on the floor. Okay, so that's that. And then bring this, take this out, take this, put that in there. Okay, let's put it onto card and just see what it comes out like. So first I've got to select the print, Bunny 2. We're going to print that and we're going to select, we'll leave it as standard because no point in using loads of ink for this. And we will print it through the rear paper feeder slot. When loading paper from the rear paper feeder slot, 20mm margin appears at the bottom of the printout is what it's telling me. So let's see exactly what that's going to look like. We'll of course have to wait for said printer to connect or talk to said computer thing. Oh, here we go. Right, so we're now waiting for the printer to do whatever on earth it's doing in there, which we have to wait patiently for. And then it tells us when we can load the paper in. And there's the thing coming out. Make sure it doesn't hit the heat press. It's like that much gap. Okay, so just load this up now. In the back here. I'm hoping that's gone in straight. And now we just wait. Well, it's printing. Interesting. Oh, well, I did it with a border, didn't I? I didn't select borderless, so it's put a border around the edge. But as for the gap at the bottom, there it is. So, to tell you exactly, that is exactly 2 centimetres. So, when they say 20mm gap, that is what's left. When printing through the rear paper feeder slot, that's what you need to allow for, this 20mm gap at the bottom. Which, you know, could be a bit of a pain in the for some people. I mean, admittedly, if I was going to put, you know, a title on this, like Bunny, it wouldn't actually be too bad, would it? Which is interesting. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I think that's what these borders here are purely because I didn't select borderless when I printed it. So that's what these are. But yeah, this is the bit that I'm on about in the last video about the gap that's left at the bottom, which needs to be taken into account. So hopefully that has helped with your question. Unless it was something else that and I completely interpreted it wrong. Could be the case. It's like that, it's all back together. I hope you took note of how much quicker I set that printer up now. I'm getting quite good at it. So it doesn't take long. And the faff of the printer doesn't become quite such a faff once you can do it at speed. Well, you know, ish. But yes, so there we are, one last look. That's the gap, 20mm or 2 centimetres. Now then, what else am I going to do? Well, I was thinking, suddenly remembered that there was a few times on the trailer people asked for my location pictures in landscape, which I don't do. So I suddenly thought to myself, maybe I should try and put one as a landscape. Obviously, you'd lose some of the image. I mean, this is like this, for example, you'd only have sort of that section of it, but it could look quite good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a play around. What do we think? I always put like a purple border around each of my pictures. Now I've got to think of a way of getting that to white. The only way I can think of at the minute is to literally paint it in, which would be a bit of a pain. Oh, unless... Oh, I know. I might just come up with a cunning plan. I crop it. Can I crop it down to the lines? Yes. 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 And yes. Look at that. Move it. Look at that. We will print it and see what it looks like. A little bit exciting. Now this one, this quite happily goes through the rear paper feeder, not slot. So pop that in there. Print. Very exciting. I'd never thought of that, just that applying the crop technique. I mean, sometimes I just amaze myself that I come up with these things that most people would come up with just like that, to be fair. It takes me a little bit longer. But when I do come up with them, bloody lovely. On other occasions, I'd have spent hours and hours and hours painting in the white margin. I know, because I've done it before. Not today. Today the brain is working, thank the Lord. What time is it? 10 to 4. Bolognese for tea tonight. Which is nice. Haven't had that for a while. And I've got a party to go to tomorrow. So I'm going to be putting my tanning stuff. In fact, I did last night. And I should put some more on tomorrow. Shouldn't have to really, but I don't have to. I just decided I probably would. This literally doesn't bother me. When it's quite white, I suppose that does bother me a little bit. But I've got to say, this is looking good. I think I might be onto something here. I'll show you what I have got to compare. Do you remember ages ago like as in when I first got this printer, that video, and I printed the Westwood Ho print. Well, if you can remember rightly, I've left one in the window because this is dye-based ink and pigment ink. When using any ink, if you leave it in direct sunlight, it's going to fade. The dye-based ink, they can't guarantee a lifetime. I think it's 50 years. The old ink, all pigment on my old printer, guaranteed a lifetime. Anyway, just because I wanted to see for myself, I left that picture that I did in that video all that time ago, however many weeks ago it was, left it in my window so it was in light all day, every day. And we've had some really sunny days, despite the fact we've also had really miserable days. But regardless, it's in the direct light. And this is it. And actually, it's not looking too bad. But we can compare. Because this is the one I've just printed. So, when you put them side by side like this, not a huge amount of difference. So that's really interesting. So, even though this has been in direct light for, what has it been now? 2 months maybe? Maybe not quite. Still looking very good, which is a good test to have done. This is the portrait version, which I already sell. This is it as a landscape. And to be fair, I'm going to move you because the light from the window is not helping the matter of showing you very well. So you see better. This is the current portrait version, like the old railway posters over here. And this is the A4 version and landscape. Well, they're both A4, but this is the landscape version. And actually, I really like it. Here we have the name in quite large letters right across the bottom, and on here I've just put it in the corner. What do we think? What's your favourite? I do quite like this. Yeah, I'm liking it. So I'm thinking I might do this for all of my location prints, turn them into landscapes as well, because why the hell not? And what it does do, obviously, with landscape is it focuses in and expands that little area there, which is also quite cool. Anyway, I've done a lot of talking in this video and I do apologise for that, but to be fair, I haven't got an awful lot more to show you. I haven't made any new products or anything. So someone did ask about the enamel pin process. I'm going to make a video on that. Well, just my experience with making enamel pins and how I went about it. So I'll do that. And somebody else asked me, mentioned something about the sublimation on placemat. So I thought it might be quite nice to do a video literally from scratch, or just, I don't know, come up with a quick design and just literally make a video from start to finish. Not sure when that will be, but I thought, I have done one on sublimating placemats before, but I thought I'd just make a better one. So yes, there's that. Is there anything else that you would like to see in a video that I could possibly help you with or do anything about? If there is, let me know in the comments. Yes, and that's it. So I'm going to wrap this up. And yeah, sorry, it's a bit of me talking on this one, but yeah, it's sometimes that's just the way it is. Unless you wanted to see a little bit more packaging and all the rest of it, which, you know, to be fair, would be very similar to, I mean, I could always edit out of one of my old videos and pop it in here. It was very much the same, but I'm not going to do that. I will just say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you got something out of this video, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, take care, and yeah, be good. All right, see you then. Over and out. Bye.